What's up, world? Michael EJ here, coming to you with another video in the field of finance, business, and life. And today I actually would like to start a monthly series, what I would call the most interesting shorted stocks. Now there's a lot of stocks out there that are shorted, but why are they shorted? And which stocks have the highest short interest? I believe there's a story there why all of these stocks are short heavily. And you can learn a lot about picking stocks on the long side by just observing and trying to niche together different stories on the short side. Excuse me. And it might also tell you why some stocks may be able to go up even more based on stocks that are heavily shorted. A lot of things you can learn from the short side. So let's dive in and see what we can learn. So just a couple of stocks I've picked that are highly shorted and what I will find interesting. First off, I actually did a video about them in the past, back in my days when I was mainly focused on PowerPoint, and that's SHAK. Now, SHAK is, we all know about them. Burger joint, nice atmosphere, trying to be millennial, different, and I like them a lot. But a lot of hedge funds and other funds out there, they don't. The most shortest stock out there is SHAK. Why is that? Well, first and foremost, I'll tell you that throughout this list, there's a string of restaurants that are shorted. And mainly because of deteriorating fundamentals. Matter of fact, I picked two more out that are heavily shorted. And that is Wingstop and Papa Murphy's. Now, part of the reason why these stocks are heavily shorted and the fundamentals are falling apart, just deteriorating, is because, at least in my opinion, competition. When picking stocks, people always forget about the supply side. How many competitors do you have? And is the competitive positioning of that company truly unique? Is it truly different from what's out there? And in all three of these cases, for SHAK, it's burger joints, casual burger joints. For Wingstop, it's chicken, wings in particular. And for Papa Murphy's, it's pizza. Now first of all, we'll just start with the public companies. Now, SHAK, I think, will have the most competition out of them all, because we're not just talking about Smash Burger and Five Guys. We're also talking about Jack in the Box, talking about McDonald's, In-N-Out, Sonic, Burger King. Here in Texas, we got Whataburger, and that's even before we start digging into all the mom and pop joints that are out there, as well as some restaurants like an Applebee's that are offering special discounts on burgers like during lunchtime. Incredible competition. Absolutely incredible. And Wingstop faces it too. With Popeyes, Church's, KFC, other chicken joints, mom and pops as well. And of course, Papa Murphy's, the same thing. So why has SHAK declined 9% year to date, while Wingstop has increased 13% year to date, and Papa Murphy's increased 41% year to date? The reason, actually, in my opinion, since all of their fundamentals are deteriorating, all of them have declining earnings per share, all of them have declining revenues, all of them have declining same-store sales, the reason why SHAK is falling while other ones are increasing, to me, is some financial engineering. Just pay attention to the share count. To me, that really tells the story. Now, all three, believe it or not, for this year, 2017, they all have beat analyst expectations. Now, part of that is because analyst expectations are really low for these stocks. They see the same thing. But SHAK has barely beat analyst expectations. Papa Murphy's and Wingstop blew out earnings expectations. And it's not coming from the earnings part. It's coming from the per share part. In both situations, Wingstop and Papa Murphy's, they have not messed with increasing their share count. They've kept it constant. And it's really easy to beat earnings if you keep that constant with very low decreasing expectations. Not only are Shak's expectations decreasing, but they're putting even more shares out into the market. They've increased their share count this year. That's not good. That defeats the purpose. You want companies to buy back shares. and they're releasing new shares. I mean, it's just not working out. It could be worse, I will say that. Luckily, they're still beating earnings expectations, even though by small amounts. Luckily, they're still beating it, or else the stock would be falling apart. Kind of like the second stock I'm bringing to you today, and that is Seaworld. I mean, how many of us have been to Seaworld? Really remember the experience? I don't really remember it. I remember the hotel part more than the Seaworld part. I mean, and that's part of SeaWorld's problem, and used to be part of Six Flags' problem. Although exciting and different, things weren't as memorable. Now, I don't think that's the problem with SeaWorld, which is heavily shorted and is down 33% year to date. They have deteriorating fundamentals as well. Sales coming down, margins are falling apart, don't know where the cash is coming from. But with SeaWorld, I think it comes a little bit more from the demand side for SeaWorld, and more so consumer behavior. Now, I know this might not make a lot of sense, but to some of you all that are mid, late 20s, early 30s, you might be able to relate. You remember on Saturday mornings, you used to get up, watch regular local TV, and you'll see things about the zoo, different animals, different things in the water. People going scuba diving, like teaching you things. You got Bill Nye the Science Guy. All that education-based stuff that was opening your eyes even on the weekend, Saturday morning waking up. To me, that was very important and was part of SeaWorld's success. People don't really think about that. Like, people saw that and kids saw that and wanted to experience it or learn more about it. There's just a natural interest there. That natural interest isn't there. I mean, it takes time to walk around the park. I mean, it takes time to see all the attractions, wait in line to ride certain roller coasters, in which they're trying to go more of that route. And if you're going more of that route, a ton of capital expenditures. They're just spending money. And Fama French research shows, hey, you don't want to be increasing assets. And what are they doing? They're increasing assets a ton, and the revenues are not even following. And so you got increased spending, revenues not coming with it. I mean, what's the point of spending? What's the point of having all these long-term investments if revenues are not going to be the result? And consumer behavior is changing. Kids aren't as interested in those things anymore. Video games, also a very important factor in all this. Why do I want to go to SeaWorld? I can play Call of Duty or play Madden 2K or all the other various video games that are out there, which are very in-depth. Esports is on the come up. It's just so many other things you can do with your time that the younger generation would prefer to do than go to SeaWorld. I mean, it's just a change in consumer behavior. So those are the two lessons that I'm learning from these highly shorted stocks. You gotta consider the supply side. And not only consider the supply side, you also need to watch out for some financial engineering. So, even with deteriorating margins, some of SHAK's peer group, they're doing really well. Stock has popped, and they're beating expectations by a ton. And it's mainly because even with sucky stuff going on, they're keeping the share count the same. Shake Shack's increasing it. Yeah, and you always want to watch out for companies that are increasing their share count. Normally not the best sign in the world. You don't have enough cash. SeaWorld, demand, consumer behavior, spending a lot of money where you don't know the revenue is going to follow or not. So that's what I have for today. Remember, you can always learn a lot from shorted stocks, even if you never plan to short. I'm not sure if I'm going to be a good short picker. I mean, it's tough to short sell. It's tough to pick those stocks, and it's very risky. But just because I don't want to short stocks doesn't mean I can't learn from the stocks that are being shorted. And if you're in these stocks, you better watch out. I mean, because people are really rooting for these stocks to go down. So be careful when investing in these types of companies. So, quick run through. Supply side, pay attention. Demand side, pay attention. Pay attention to some financial engineering. And we'll see you on the next one. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Get more differentiated views, finance, business, and life. So until the next time, peace.